Hello and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world. I'm your host, Mick, and today I'm joined by
Wil Dobratz
and Landon Browning.
And Dave is not here today. We don't really know.
He had a medical emergency.
We don't really know what's happening, but the last we heard is he had like uncontrollable hiccups.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, because I really like Dave. You know, it's a shame to see him go.
It's too bad what happened to him.
Yeah,
You guys are gonna feel terrible when Dave actually
Dies of hiccups.
dies of.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything
All right,
because somehow Dave would release this
after
he
death,
died.
the hiccup cut.
It'd be too much to lose the Queen and Dave in 1 week.
Yeah, that's true. Queen Elizabeth II
Rip.
passed away. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
It was Thursday, the very day the NFL started.
Yeah, you lose some, you lose some, you win some. You know.
Can't say that I've never wanted to go out when football starts. Man, yeah, she was around for a long time.
Yeah, 96, I think. Was she? Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Lived through a lot of wars.
Is she the character The Crown is about?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And now it's is it King Charles is taking over?
I guess he's probably hyped.
I guess so,
Finally
but he's like
became-
70 something.
I know, but he's finally king. He's probably been waiting for so long.
He's probably
He's gonna like die within the next couple of years.
probably, but he's king now.
The king will pass
that
to
must
somebody
be
else.
so frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The royal family is always like so weird to me.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like it's just
They
I
just
don't get monarchies in general.
yeah, it just seems so.
Well, it's weird because they don't like
outdated.
do anything anymore, right? Really, like they don't do that much.
Yeah.
I mean, they're technically like still like the head of the country, but they're not like equivalent to like, you know, our president.
Yeah, because they still have a prime minister,
Right.
Like that does like most their.
Right. I feel like the royal family is really just like a tourist attraction.
They're a bunch of clowns. I'll
Yeah.
say it. They're a bunch of clowns.
America.
Well, like they had like their royal family. Their empire's an all-time low because they used to be the greatest kingdom ever. Like they the sun never set on the British Empire, and now it's just this little island. You know what I'm saying?
It's just this little island.
They're weak. They're weak. We could take them.
They also
Do you think in a war between America and Britain that America would win?
Oh,
we did.
Oh yeah,
We proved it.
We already did it once. We'll do it again.
we were a bunch of farmers with pitchforks.
We'll go there and we'll
torches,
tax their tea so much.
and we whooped them.
80% tax.
They came over
The-
as
the
a
long-awaited sequel
as
to the
like
Boston
the
Tea Party.
military
Yeah.
power, and we beat them with some pitchforks and shovels.
That is true.
Yeah.
America,
Heckies, yeah.
heckies, yeah.
Alrighty. I do think we would win too because of our spending on our military budget.
Yeah.
But
Don't mess with it.
What would we name England if it was one of our states? Like,
probably something stupid like America 2.
I'm thinking like
New England?
Haggis Land or Terrible Food York.
Bad-
Their
bad
food, their
Heathville.
food is bad.
You could do the Franklin, which is like the state of Franklin.
Franklin.
Yeah. We already got Washington. Why not Franklin?
Why Franklin?
I don't know. First founding father that came to mind, Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, it's fair.
There's not a state called Franklin yet. There is Washington, and there's Washington, D.C.
What about Adams? Why wouldn't it be Adams?
Yeah.
It could be named Adams.
What about Jefferson?
Why don't we
What
just
about
like
Monroe?
add
What
like
about Monroe?
once
Madison.
once Britain gets
Jackson?
taken over, we can add 10 more states.
Van Buren,
Yeah.
Harrison,
We could just keep
Tyler,
going down the list.
Polk,
Add them all as
Taylor,
states. I don't
Fillmore,
care. I don't
Pierce
care.
Buchanan,
Yeah.
Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump.
Biden.
Biden.
Let's name it Biden.
But not
Bi-
really,
no.
though, right? No,
We'll call it
I'm kidding.
We'll call it Biden Island.
Biden Island. Can we shorten it to Byland?
Yes, Byland. Great state of Byland.
Sounds like a good time.
Great time.
What do you think is on Biden Island?
Something that has to do with
Uh-oh.
Biden joke incoming.
yeah, so since Dave's not here, there's really no like structure like we normally have during the episodes.
We're free.
We're freestyling it
What
today.
is the Harry Potter Dobby is free now or whatever? I haven't seen the one where they free.
is free.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
I really need to watch all those movies. Or
Have
read
you
books.
have you not seen him?
I've seen like the first 2 or 3, maybe 4.
Oh, interesting. So you don't know any like what happens at all.
I've like heard some spoilers.
Gotcha.
Have you not read the books? at all?
No, they're from the devil. So
Yeah, evil.
J.K. Rowling herself.
Yeah, she is the devil.
It's a
Hidden in.
It's quite a statement.
It's quite a statement. Yeah. No, my parents wouldn't let me read them when I was a wee lad.
A wee little lad.
I was
That
not
was
allowed to read
like
them.
100 years ago for you.
I know.
Wow. Long
I
live
just
Landon.
had my 131st birthday
Wow.
a month ago, or a little over a month ago.
Congratulations.
It's more like
I'm older than the
100
queen. I was older than the queen.
It's more like 165 because,
Smoking adds a couple, like,
well, you're more
cigarettes.
like a 65-year-old than a 30-something-year-old.
And then you tack on 100 years for good measure.
Yep.
What if I was that old? What if you guys found out that like I was actually like some like mysterious like evil creature like that had been around for?
Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me.
I tried to like banish
I'd be
you.
like, oh,
like I'd try some rituals and try to banish you.
you've learned what you've learned from like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Like you go through like
Shield.
some old family pictures and you see like a picture of me. Like
This is like
It's like
or
the
something.
or The
Yeah.
Shining. Yeah.
Like, wait, it's the same guy.
yeah,
He was there 56 years ago. Yeah.
The last shot of Landon's life is just a picture zooming in, and it's Landon, still young.
where would I be though? Like I wouldn't be at the hotel. Like
You'd be at Market Equipment
all,
at its founding.
all roads lead home.
Is that like your personal hell? Is like cleaning condenser coils for market?
Yeah, that is. That's when I realized that like life wasn't fun.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna sit up here for 12 hours and just pour water on this thing. Their only instructions were like stop when it's clean, but like sometimes like you'd be spraying like in one section for like 30 minutes, like it's just still like pitch black water coming out. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
Guess I'm still going to spray.
I remember I did. You know how you have like weird memories, like you can remember certain days like really well. I remember like Dave's bachelor party. I was cleaning the condensers at the Yokes right next to my house, the Indian Trail one, and that one was horrible because they like their roof is just rocks. There's just rocks on top of the roof. Like it's not like a white roof or like a tar roof. It's like just rocks everywhere.
Yeah.
And so like it's just extra dusty, and they were so filthy.
I wonder what the reasoning or like benefit of doing just the rock is.
I don't know,
Like, is it cheaper than just doing like a vinyl like roll?
but I think
or-
they still have vinyl underneath it. Like, 'cause, like you have to have something to, you know what I mean, to
I
seal
don't
it.
know why you would do vinyl and then rock, because I feel like the rock would like end up scraping it
yeah.
and like eating through it.
Vinyl roofs are really easy to puncture too.
They are.
I've
yeah.
done it
Yeah.
multiple times. Now, what I do when I puncture the roof, like, you just grab a tube of silicone and you just, you just do a quick patch and you just feel like it never happened. But
Yeah. No one's gonna find out.
you wait for the roofers to fix that when it's
Yeah.
rains
You
next
don't get
time.
paid to fix roofs.
No.
That's for roofers.
That's what I would theoretically do if I did put a hole through a roof.
Right,
I've never
yeah.
actually done that before.
No. You just know exactly how to fix
Yeah.
it or patch it, not fix it.
Like theoretically, could you give a specific example of like what patching a roof would look like in a specific store in a specific?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
Did you didn't go to Dave's bachelor party, did you?
I didn't. No, I was too young.
Too young.
Yeah,
it was
we,
pretty wild.
We got up to some hijinks.
Well, that's what Dave said. He's like, I would have invited you if you were older, and it's like, I don't believe that. Like that's just the excuse that you could use.
Yeah.
But no, I think it was in a stage in my life where I wasn't super close with Dave yet. He was still more like he was in college. I was in high school, I think. So there was, or he already
been out of
graduated
yeah.
college, and I was in high school. So
That's
there's
funny because
there's quite a gap.
he'd only known Landon for
Like, what, a year?
maybe.
Well, no, because we were already doing the podcast when he got engaged. So he'd known me for a few years.
Wait, are
Was
you
it a
saying
few
that?
years?
Are you saying
Yeah.
that Dave has a bias towards you?
I don't know, dude.
Wait, what? That doesn't sound
Are you
right.
serious? No way.
Stop.
This sounds foreign to me.
Stop. Yeah, because I met you guys when I was 17.
What year was that? Was that 2015?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right. 2015 was my sophomore year, I think. Or no, it was the end of my sophomore, start of my junior year.
It was either 2014 or 2015. One of the two.
I think it was 2015 because I remember you coming in on a youth group night
Like
my
a
sophomore year, end of my sophomore year. So I think that it was
Was
2015.
it like summer then?
Probably around summer, like I was going into junior year.
So yeah, maybe about a year then you knew Dave because they got married in summer 2016.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Dang. They didn't have a long engagement, did they? Then
It was just, I think, the beginning of 2016 till summer.
Oh, okay.
So-
Because I remember I found out he got engaged on the podcast right before we were like, it was like the second or third episode we were recording.
Is that when you found out?
Yeah, that's when I found out. He told everybody. Like, you already knew clearly because you had some champagne. We were at Jesse's parents'
that's
house
right.
recording, and you're like, "Oh, it's time to celebrate, Dave. You got engaged." I was like, "Oh wow, like, that's cool, man." Like, yeah.
That's funny to think
That's a backlog for the backlogs.
Yeah,
because we didn't start the podcast until like end of 2015 because our first episode was about The Force Awakens.
yep. And it was like the third or fourth. I remember because that's when I found out that he got engaged. Was on the show because you brought champagne.
So we must have, I mean, if we did meet you in summer 2015, we must have just like all clicked really well, like really fast to like
Start recording.
invite you to be on the podcast.
That's why I feel like I knew you guys longer than that. But maybe
I don't think so.
I was just starting at my job then. I would have been because I was still in school when we were doing the podcast. I was still
You were
at the
still in
SEC.
school when I knew you. Yeah.
I was still in SEC when we were doing the podcast because I remember I was super stressed out because
Right.
the program was like wearing me down, but I was still trying to make time to record. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we didn't know each other that long. Before
Yeah,
we started
I don't
recording.
think it was. I mean, that's cool. I think that's a cool
little history,
yeah,
history
little
lesson.
background. And I don't think we released that episode.
No, probably
with,
not.
Dave.
I think
Dave
there's a
has
lot
it,
of
probably.
episodes. There's a lot of episodes we have not released that are like, well, not I shouldn't say we because I wasn't back on. I wasn't on until.
Yeah, quit trying to insert yourself into the history of hotkeys. Well,
I am sorry.
You don't get any cut from this. You don't get any money. You don't get any royalties. Nothing.
you have no shares.
I'm like the permanent intern.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Unpaid.
Great.
When we blow up, we'll throw you a little something here and there. Like when we're making millions of dollars, like maybe we buy you a car or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
A $2,000, $3,000 car.
Yeah. We'll buy you a. Never mind.
A 1998 Toyota Corolla
Yeah.
that happens to be sitting in my parents' driveway.
I have a really stupid story to tell you guys.
Oh,
Ooh, I want to hear it.
So last Saturday, I felt like I was having chest pain. I've like been feeling weird chest pain lately.
You're like, this is it.
Well, like, and I've been like really, I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but like my boss passed away from like kind of like a heart related thing. And so I'm a paranoid person. And then I've been having like some weird chest pains. Like
You
I'm
are like a hypochondriac.
I am kind of for the most, like sometimes I'm fine with certain things don't bug me, but like stuff like that. So like I panicked and I like took myself to urgent care.
Did you really?
I did, yeah. I took myself to urgent care because I was like, I've been having it for like a week and like it was like not going away. And I'm like,
What type of pain? Like, what did it feel like?
it felt like mostly in my sternum, but it was like go to either side of my chest, upper chest too, like just twinges of pain. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but it was enough
You're
that I'm
finally getting boobs.
yeah, they're coming in.
They're coming in.
But I was like,
It's such a stupid joke.
and yeah, it was pretty dumb. But I was like, I knew nothing was wrong. But when you get your own head and you're
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
and like
dude.
my boss who had died, like he had been feeling bad for like a week and a half and he just didn't go in. And it probably would have been something that they maybe could have.
Caught.
And I'm like, I don't want to be that like moron that like, so like I went and I'm like, hey, everybody. I'm like, I felt like an idiot. I'm like, I don't think I actually have anything wrong with me, but I'm like, I'm having a panic attack. I want to get checked out. So like they did like an EKG and everything. And I was fine. And I'm like, okay. And that same day I was supposed to be going to a baseball game with Megan. She'd never been to like an Indians game here. And it was like their last weekend. I'm like, all right, let's go to a game. And I thought that I couldn't remember if you needed money for parking or not. And I don't have any cash. So I'm like, I should go to Safeway right next door. Like, and get something cheap and get some cash back. But I'm still like frazzled because I'm like all mad at myself for going to the urgent care because I'm like, this was stupid. Like I'm an idiot. Like, so I go and I grab a couple quick things that I needed. And I like give the cash, like the self-check. And I'm like kind of in like a bad mood. I'm like, punch the thing real quick. $20 cash back. Receipt prints out. I grab the receipt, grab my food, and I just walk out without grabbing my $20. I get in my car. I realize I'm like, well, I just hit $20 cash back. Didn't grab the money. So I double back, go back in. It's already gone. Somebody was like, oh boy. Like
free money.
So then I bought a pack of gum, got another $20 cash back, took it, went to the baseball game. Parking was free.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you don't pay
totally
for
free. It's
parking
totally
there.
free. Yeah. So I spent $20 to get, or I spent $40 to get $20 basically. So
And,
And you didn't need it.
no, I didn't even need it. So there's just $20 in my car now.
Saturday sounded like a rough day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, the old ticker probably fine. Who knows though? Maybe they didn't catch it.
Sometimes the fuse is shorter than you think, Landon.
But yeah, I got an EKG. That was fun.
What all
is
does that
EKG?
entail?
They put a bunch of different like things on you, like
Like
probes.
suction things?
Yeah, they tape them on. They're like, we might have to shave part of your chest. I'm like, oh no, like please don't. Like,
Just part of it.
yeah, I'm like, oh. So it was, yeah. They were nice enough though. I felt really stupid.
What drink car did you go to?
There's one right by my house, right in that like shade old parking lot.
Oh, is it Indigo?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Indigo, or I think it's Indigo. Yeah.
I think so. I think I went there for my first COVID test.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Way back when.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. When you had to go somewhere to do it.
Yeah.
These kids nowadays don't understand.
Yeah, they don't
You
understand.
can just do it from home.
It was way scarier going in like early on. Like everybody was like super, like it felt like you were going in like a restricted
Felt
area.
like you were going to die, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I was just
they're going
freaked
to
out.
put you down there.
I was just freaked out because I didn't want like them to like shove it up my brain because that's what I
that's
heard
what they
that
did to me,
did.
yeah.
But they were like, no, we'll just do like a little.
Oh, they did it to my brain. It was like the thing where you're instantly crying.
I got lucky,
Yeah.
but I don't know why it wasn't like.
For mine, I had to do it myself.
You had to shove it up your nose.
I had to shove it up my nose myself. Pretty wild experience.
But you were used to that, like
What?
that was normal for you.
Why would shoving something up my nose be normal?
Dude.
You do it all the time.
I do.
Yeah.
What?
Dude.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. I've seen him do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like we're out and about. Like
Like that's your thing.
he gets a corn dog
You know,
and he
just
takes the stick when he's
chopsticks,
done.
you know?
He's like
Like yeah, any long, skinny, hard thing, it goes up your nose because you put it up. there.
All right.
Will's getting boobs too.
Oh, man. Yeah.
so that's my dumb story.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Was at least was the baseball game fun?
It was a little cold. Like both of us for some reason like I already had shorts on from earlier, and Megan had like longer like sleeves clothes on. She's like, I'm gonna put shorts on real quick. And then we got there. She's like, oh, it's cold out. And I'm like, yeah, it is a little cold. So, but I had a coat in my car that we used as like a blanket, so it worked out all right.
Nice.
The Indians blew the game though. It was actually frustrating. Like I don't get into baseball that often, but they like completely choked in like extra innings. They just like completely blew it.
Yeah.
You'd love to see it.
They came back too. They were down like 6-2, like the whole game. And in the 8th inning, they like tied it up. They scored 4 runs. Should have taken the lead. Then went to extra innings, and then they just botched it. They had they were down 1 in the bottom of like the 11th, and they had runners on 2nd and 3rd, down 1 with only 1 out. And then this guy like hit a pop up, and like the dude on 3rd still tried to go, so they got like a double play, and they lost the game.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So they got
blew
a
it.
pop up. Okay.
Yeah.
Did he go before that it was caught?
No, he waited and then tried to run, but he didn't make it. They got it back to home. But like he should have just waited.
Such
like
a bummer.
Yeah. All he needed to do was hit like a line drive base hit, and they would have tied it, and then 1 more, and you win the game.
Yeah.
So they choked. They blew it.
Wow.
Lost $1,000 on that game. I'm kidding.
You back into betting or are you?
Dude, I'm back.
Dude, those parlays, man. Those
Parlays, they hit different.
Have you done the sports betting at the casino yet?
No, I haven't. I got to stay away.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, when we go there for the buffet.
No, stop. I think I would only ever do it regularly if I stopped playing fantasy football.
The buffet?
No, when I stop playing fantasy football, I'll go to the buffet every Sunday.
Regularly. Their buffet is really good.
Is it?
It is.
I don't ever trust you.
No,
buffets.
it's really good.
Golden Corral.
I mean, it's not as good as Golden Corral.
Oh
but-
my
When's the last
gosh.
time you went to Golden Corral?
Oh, probably like sometime last year.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, I really don't go there that much. Friend of the show, Jonah, he'll go every once in a while with his family, and he'll be like, "Hey, come along." I'm like, "Sweet."
Gosh dang it.
I hate that place so much.
Yeah. I remember when we went. I remember the last time I went. I think we all went together.
Who's we all?
The last
three,
time
I
we tried
think?
to go, I panicked. I had a panic attack in the line and left.
Wait,
Yeah,
really?
Landon
I ruined your birthday.
Yeah,
I
Landon
felt
was like a
such jerk.
huge baby about it. We
I
get
was.
there, and he's
Wait,
like, "No, I can't handle that. We need to leave. We need
Wait,
to
why?
leave."
Why'd you have a panic attack?
There was like so many people,
And it was his idea too to go
I was like,
there.
you know what, Mick, we can go to your. I thought I could be strong enough.
You were
but I
strong,
wasn't. I
and
thought
you weren't.
I was like Matt Damon in Interstellar.
Giant
I thought I could.
but I can't.
Okay, well, I'm here for you.
Landon pushing Michael down the mountain.
Humanity needs this. Kick. Great movie.
It was
It is a great movie.
That's actually one that when I saw it in theaters, I did not like it.
I remember you saying that.
And then
You've watched it recently like 20, 25 times, and it really has grown on you in those
it
times.
has, yeah. It is a good movie.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of like sports and stuff, Will and I went bowling.
I thought you were gonna say pickleball.
Pickleball.
And
You guys went bowling.
Yeah.
How was that?
with pickleballs.
It was good.
We knocked over 0 pins.
That's what I was gonna say. Like seems like it'd be.
We chucked them so hard and still nothing.
You'd have to go.
It probably
overhand.
wouldn't even register on the sensor.
It's like throwing a feather at a brick wall.
It would just bounce right off that brick wall.
I don't even think you could throw the feather to get to the brick wall.
Watch
like
me.
you just
It just depends on the feather.
Just go, and it go in the air.
Depends on the feather. From what?
A bird.
What bird?
a turkey feather.
I can't talk about turkeys to Will anymore.
Oh, don't bring this up.
Nothing. I just can't do it. We can talk about it off air.
No, we could talk about it. This was
sure?
So
Okay.
if this is some context, I was
No context.
really
This happened yesterday.
really stupid 14-year-old Will. Okay, really dumb 14-year-old Will.
Yeah.
Okay, that did not have a
trying to
regard
impress
for
life.
animal like an animal's feelings or like their safety.
Turkeys are barely alive, though. I'll say that, like, they're barely alive.
Turkeys are like jerks, though.
Go ahead and tell the story, Michael.
I have to tell it?
Yeah, you have to tell
Oh
it.
my gosh. Okay, so Will was like a really young kid, and we were there was like some like group thing at his house, and so I was there, and he and I were like the last ones to like go inside. So we were walking up his driveway, and his house is like at the top of a hill, and then the kind of technically his front yard is the hill. So we were at the top of the driveway. Everybody else had gone inside at that point, and where his house was like basically up to some woods. So there's always like deer or wild animals around, and a common wild animal are turkeys that come around to the house. And some reason Will grabbed a rock out of like their rock bed in front of their house, and there was like, I don't know, like 5 or something turkey like walking down at the bottom of the hill in his front yard, and he just goes, "Hey Michael, watch this," and he grabs the rock and he like hucks it down the hill. I don't think he was trying to hit the turkey.
I was trying to scare them. I remember. I was just
them.
trying to scare them so they scatter.
Yes.
Yes, that was my goal.
Yeah. And
Young Will was so stupid.
he absolutely just nailed one like in probably the side or something, but the sound it made, I can't even describe. Like
Agony, pain.
no, just the
It was the sound the
of the
rock made hitting the turkey. It was the biggest like visceral thud I have ever heard.
It's not what you would like think. It was like you take like 2 giant things of wood together and just like a slapstick, but like thudderal.
Yeah, I remember. I think it caught. So I remember because the reason why it went so fast, the rock, well, it wasn't because I threw it at the turkey like directly. It was because I threw it at the. So the way my house is set up is there's a driveway and there's a slope.
Yeah.
So, and the driveway goes down at an angle, and then you look perpendicular to the driveway, and there's a the grass, it goes down. The turkey were at the bottom of that, and so when I threw the rock, I did not account for it going faster and faster as it went down the side of my driveway, and it got so fast to the point that when it hit that turkey, it not only did it make a visceral thud, that turkey, I remember, booked it. Like it went. Oh yeah, it shot.
It freaked out.
It freaked out, and I felt awful.
Yeah,
it was not a good experience.
Dave's gonna cut all this out.
This is 14-year-old Will. Like this is stupid Will. So I mean,
more stupid
Will.
Hey, at least you didn't break its leg.
Yeah. At least I didn't.
I felt really bad about that.
At least I didn't kill it.
I felt really bad about that. I felt like grossed out. I felt disgusted.
So you know what I mean, like that feeling of like when you accidentally kill something.
I mean, I think we've all done something
to an animal
to that degree where it's like, oh, like I didn't think
that
10
far.
seconds ahead. Oh no, like that's just part of growing up. But I'm sure the turkey was fine, unlike the duck.
The goose. It was a goose.
The goose.
Poor goose.
Yeah.
Rip goose.
No, it's still out there waiting for you to come back.
It's lurking. All right, back to bowling. Let's get back.
Back to bowling. Back to bowling.
You guys went bowling.
Yeah, we went bowling last night. Jordan and friend Taylor.
And friend of the show Josh was also there for not bowling, but he was there briefly.
And friend of the show Crystal.
But yeah,
Josh's wife. We
went bowling. It was really fun, and Michael won all games. We played like 4 of them.
Yeah, so we did do 4, which I feel like normally when I've gone, I'll do like 2 because
Yeah.
like nobody wants to keep going. But I think we were all having fun, and it was
We all wanted to keep
fun to
going.
keep going. I think my first 2, I actually had the same score. I did like 135, and then the third game, I was just like on fire. Like I was doing really well. I think I got like 5 strikes and like one or 2 drop frames. The rest I had spares.
Yeah,
and
you got a 201, right?
yeah, I got to 201.
Nice.
That's pretty nuts if you break 200.
Yeah, I don't think it's the highest score I've got, but it was one of the better times.
Yeah, I broke 100 once, and I was proud of that. 101.
I think a bad game for me is in like the 70-80 range.
Really?
And then a good game, it's probably like 120, 130 probably.
I think my lowest score on the night was 60-something.
68.
68.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird, like, they're all getting funks. Sometimes, like, you just can't hit anything. It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, then after the third game, the fourth game, I was like exhausted. Like I was so tired.
Yeah.
And my game just went downhill after that.
Yeah.
I feel like that is bowling. Like, if I play 3 games, first game,
You
second
peak
game's
at 3.
good, and then, like, for me, like, the third game's when my arm starts to get a little bit shot.
Yeah, we played 4, which was impressive.
That is
2
a lot.
hours. With 4 people, 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 sessions of 1 hour. And that was after volleyball too.
Yeah.
That probably played into like why I got so tired.
So tired, yeah. Towards the end there, you were just kind of sitting there zoning out.
Yeah. I mean, like some bowls, I was like, this is all the energy I have left to give.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was fun. I always like bowling. It's a good time. Good time.
I watched a few things.
Yeah?
What'd you watch,
Yeah.
Will?
I watched The Nice Guys.
Oh, I watched
With,
that. I
Ryan-
watched that with Megan.
Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Yeah. We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Really funny movie. Really good movie. It's a shame that there won't be a sequel because it definitely could.
They could have totally made it.
They could have totally made at least 2 or 3 more if it did successfully.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the box office, but it bombed. So,
Yeah.
I guess that's that.
All right.
There's so many funny. I love when Ryan Gosling tries to break the glass. Like, he breaks the glass, cuts his arm. He's like,
Oh, he's like bleeding out.
yeah. Like,
Ryan Gosling's character in that.
He plays a
He's
good
so
like
funny.
kind of buffoon
Yeah.
character.
he's like, I'm gonna break your arm. He's like,
No.
The scream when he gets his arm broken. Yeah. I was dying at that part. Yeah. But yeah, I watched Nice Guys, and I am keeping with the detective theme. I am halfway through the first season of True Detective.
oh, that is a good show.
It is a good show.
Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson are like,
Yeah.
so good.
They're good together. I don't know. So, yeah. So, I think Matthew McConaughey's character is a little too edgy for me. Like, just
Really?
a little too edgy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like,
I would have thought you would have really liked
well, I really like his character for the most part. Sometimes it's just like, okay, like, I get the point.
I don't sleep, I just dream.
Yeah. He says, I don't sleep, I just dream. I'm like, that was one of those lines where I'm like, all right, buddy. Like, you need to, like,
See, a lot of those though, that's just Matthew McConaughey talking.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not even his character. That's just who he is.
There's that show is phenomenal.
yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm on the 4th or 5th episode, one of those two.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see where it goes because I really like the characters. I'm interested in their personal lives and I'm interested in the mystery. Like it's pretty impressive how I'm hooked on everything, you know?
Yeah.
So
How many seasons of?
There's 3. There's gonna be a 4th one,
Is that like the final season?
but it's like an anthology, so it's different characters and actors.
I heard the first season's the best.
But is it still Matthew McConaughey?
No. Different character. It's different characters.
Completely different.
Oh, so they're only in like the first season?
Yeah, they're referenced in season 3. Like,
Okay.
so it's in the same universe.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. Like one of the cases they were on is referenced. It's kind of loosely tied to a case in the 3rd season. I have not seen season 2. I watched season 1 and season 3.
I heard season 2 is really bad.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch it. So season 3 is good. It's not nearly like season 1 is phenomenal. Season 3 is decent.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I think I'm only going to watch the first season. Maybe I'll watch the 3rd season. But there's so many other HBO shows I want to watch.
You should watch The Leftovers.
Yep, I'm gonna restart. I've watched 4 episodes of The Wire, but it's been so long. I'm probably gonna have to restart. So
Yeah.
So I still want to watch that show really badly, but it's hard because the episodes are so long and there's so many of them.
Of The
it's
Wire,
of The Wire. It's such a commitment. There's 5 seasons,
It's like 10 episodes a season.
10 episodes a season, but that's 50 hours. It's quite a
Yeah,
bit.
but you'll like put 50 hours on like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is just like vomit.
Hey,
yo.
yo,
You know I'm right. Like,
don't make fun of my guilty pleasures. Like, or I'll replay The Last of Us for like
the 18th time.
18th time.
You've been playing the remake or the remake, right? How is it?
It's phenomenal. It's the definitive way to play the game. There's so much like love, attention, and detail put into that game, the new one, that it's incredible. Like the gameplay feels updated in some ways and outdated in others. Like there's no dodge mechanic from part 2, which is kind of a bummer. There's no like prone from part 2, which is also a big bummer. But it kind of break the game if you were able to do that, because it's not meant to. It's the level design is still PS3 level design.
Yeah.
Rather than PS5 level design. So I don't know. I really like it. I think you should play it.
I probably will at some point.
You should, like, I think ideally
I'm planning to play through it with like Megan, maybe.
Yeah, so if you play through it with Megan, I think she'll really enjoy it, because it's just like they make the aesthetic of the game and the like the menus, the UI, the graphics, all of it ties into part 2 perfectly, where it's like the same font, the same style, the same noises, the same like even the menu design is the exact same, like literally the exact same. So
okay.
Like the crafting menu is...
They've changed it from the
original. It's not the original crafting menu. It's just part 2s, but with like the part 1 like craftables.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, what's cool is they also redid every single collectible.
Oh.
Where in the original, you'd pick it up and in your menu would flash on the side. In part 2, you pick it up and it's an actual like piece of paper and you can flip it over and stuff. That's in part 1. They redid all of them so that they're all sheets of paper that you can look at and read.
Oh, okay.
So they redesigned a lot of it.
The most important question: what's the trophy list look like?
Super easy, no difficulty trophies.
Yeah,
very easy platinum. They even have a collectibles card, like the PlayStation cards where you press the PlayStation button and there's 70 minutes of this task left, 70 minutes of this task left. You can track collectibles. Like it gives you the answer to all the collectibles.
Okay, because the original Last of Us was a very difficult platinum.
Yes, partly because
the multiplayer.
Multiplayer is removed in part 1, and you had to do it on. I think you had to do it on Grounded. I'm pretty sure.
Grounded I think there was separate. Grounded is the hardest, right?
Yes.
They had a separate trophies for Grounded because that was added to the game.
Gotcha. They have Survival.
But you had to do it on Survivor, and then you had to do it again because you had to get all the skills and stuff, which you couldn't do in one playthrough.
Yeah, so you had to do Survivor, then Survivor Plus. There are separate trophies for Survivor and Survivor Plus too.
Yep.
So, so there's it's super easy. It's like part 2's platinum.
I don't have part 2's platinum.
It's super easy.
Okay. I was close to part 2's platinum, I think.
I'm 3 trophies away.
Yeah. I'll probably play through it again at some point.
It's definitely a game that you can go from part 1 right into part 2,
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Have you finished it?
I am currently I just made it out of Pittsburgh, and I'm still with Sam and Henry.
Oh, okay.
And we're going through the boat underground into that facility that Ish, I think is his name, started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm right there. I'm about to experience my favorite part of the game, which is everything after that. So
okay.
We'll see how it is in part 1, and then I'll probably go right into part 2.
Now, is it worth the $70 price tag then?
I mean,
I just heard people complaining about the price of it.
So it's going to be different to everybody depending on how much they like The Last of Us. If you're a huge fan of part 1, this is worth it.
Okay.
Like I am.
Okay.
That's all I can say is that I think it's worth the $70 price tag because, I don't know, this is a game that is really special to me, and I think that it's worth every dollar, especially for the end product for what it is. So I would highly recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
You watch anything, Mick?
Nothing new. I've been going through the Lord of the Rings series, but I haven't watched the 3rd episode yet.
What do you think?
I really like it. It feels different enough to the Jackson films that it's like its own thing, which I think is good. It should feel a little bit different, but there's still enough familiar there that it still feels like Lord of the Rings to me.
I've heard the budget like
the budget is insane. I think for all 4 or 5 seasons, however many they are doing, it was like $1 billion.
They already greenlit it, right? Like it's like
they have everything written out. They know like the last shot of the series. Like it's all basically done. They just need to film.
Oh, they've written it, like all the scripts.
Everything's done. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the best looking shows. Just visually, it's so so pretty to look at.
I'm gonna check it out for sure.
I would definitely give it a shot. Have you watched any of it, Will?
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Huh? That's weird because I didn't think you had Amazon Prime. Huh.
Oops.
Oh,
I was over at my parents, and my dad was using his account. So,
okay. I feel like I just gotcha.
you didn't, because my dad was using his account, and I said, "Dad, please, can I like watch this with you? I don't have access to it myself." And he said, "Sure, Will."
Dude, you're such a chump.
But yeah, I really liked Rings of Power. I think it gets a lot of hate when it shouldn't, and my only complaint is that it's moving at a snail's pace because there's so many characters, not because the story is bad or I'm not interested, but because it's just there's so many characters to cover and so many storylines they're trying to do. It feels unfocused at times.
Yeah, I think it comes down to it just being the first, like, establishing characters and, like, the world. And if you think about it from, like, comparing it to the movies, like, I would say the ratio is about the same from, like, the first, 15 minutes of the first movie. There's a lot of, like, backstory and, like, establishing characters, and that can be confusing. Imagine now the show is, I think 8 episodes a season or 9 episodes a season or something like that. And I think it just is stretched a little bit because there's just more, more screen time. But that's something with Tolkien's world, though, that, like, there's a ton of characters. There's a ton of characters that have really confusing names that sound similar. And so it could be a little like, wait, who's
what?
Who's that? Like, who are they talking about? But yeah, I would say overall, so far it's been really good.
Yeah.
It has been getting a lot of hate, which I don't get. I just don't think it deserves it.
Didn't Elon Musk say that Tolkien would be rolling in his grave?
Yeah, I don't know why he said that.
I don't know either.
I think here's a good take by author Neil Gaiman. It's like, I think he literally said, I don't go for like Elon doesn't come to me on advice for how to fail to buy Twitter, and I don't go to him for like literary like critiques. So like, I really don't put much stock in what Elon
I know.
says.
I was just that's the one like you had brought. I'm like, yeah, that's just funny. People hate on stuff like, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring up the exact.
It's like how I hate on Star Wars.
Yep.
Can't make me happy.
Nope. You're so hard to please.
Speaking of Star Wars,
The Last Jedi is pretty good.
That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, Rian really made like.
Would you stop it?
You're done.
Gosh dang it.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yes, you could.
You
could have resisted.
You couldn't resist being a moron. You couldn't resist being an imbecile.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
You're right.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, speaking of Star Wars, Pickleball has been a lot of fun throughout the week. No. Yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about? Or
I've just been playing through Elden Ring and watching Better Call Saul.
Nice.
That's all my pop culture stuff. So
Just been playing through Last of Us Part 1 and watching True Detective.
cool.
You playing any games?
Get back on that game grind.
No, I'll definitely pick up Gotham Knights.
You know, I'm surprised.
Is that October?
October 3rd, I think.
I'll probably get that too.
October 31st, I think it got delayed.
Or is it 31st?
I got bumped forward.
Oh, you're right. It might be 24th, actually.
Oh.
I'm surprised you still haven't played Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That game is phenomenal.
You watched me play a little bit and you didn't think you'd like the gameplay, right?
Yeah, it didn't look...
The gameplay is definitely kind of like, it's pretty mindless.
The story is what is really good,
fun.
which is crazy considering like you'd think it's like, it's a Square Enix Marvel game.
Yeah.
But no, it's the story.
It's really good.
It's really good. There's some emotional, like heavy hitting moments.
And the characters aren't as grating as they are in the movies.
Oh yeah, and like you can actually spend time with the characters, and you can actually like get to know them, and you can find artifacts, and they'll come to your room and be like, "Oh, what did you find? This like blah 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 blah," and they'll talk to you, and you can ask them questions, and it's just like the characters are so much less one dimensional than the movies.
Yeah.
I think you would really. I know you would like it.
I'll probably give it a shot at some point.
Yeah, you can find
After
it for cheap because it
the
didn't.
Avengers game.
It didn't sell well, so you can probably find it for cheap, which is a shame because that game is fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like Square Enix doesn't make that good of games.
Final Fantasy. Actually.
So it depends on what the studio. It completely depends on like.
Yeah.
Square Enix is such a mixed bag It's so frustrating.
They
It's
sold a bunch of their studios.
half their. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they sold some of their. I wouldn't say a bunch. I think like some of them.
Yeah.
Although like Square Enix is like a mixed bag where it's like half of what you put out is garbage and half of what you put out is amazing. Like you can never be a Square Enix fan without like taking it a bunch of L's a year. So
yeah, I guess like Insomniac just did such a good job with the Spider-Man games that it's hard to.
This is going to be a hot take, but I think Guardians of the Galaxy has a better story than Marvel's Spider-Man or Miles Morales.
Yeah, I would probably. Yeah, probably actually does. Yeah.
Yeah. The gameplay in Spider-Man's way better. Way better. But the story in Guardians of the Galaxy is better than either Spider-Man game.
The pacing in the Spider-Man one was just kind of weird. I feel like.
There's not like like there's some good moments in Spider-Man, don't get me wrong, but on the whole, like
amazing moments.
I could see for the most
ultimate moments.
Shut up. Let me talk.
Spectacular moments.
For the most part, I could see what's coming, right? In Spider-Man. Like, it's somewhat predictable of a plot.
When you kill Miles' dad, I did not see that coming.
When you put a 45 to his temple.
Yeah, you're like, I am Spider-Man.
Guardians of the Galaxy kept me guessing. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably get to it at some point. Don't know when, but some point.
After you beat Elden Ring.
After I beat Elden Ring for the 5th time.
Yeah. I'll never beat Elden Ring.
I don't think so either. I'm not going to either.
I put a lot of time into it, and I'm having a lot of fun, but like it's so hard.
Is it one of those games like that actually has an ending that you beat and you're done with it?
Mm-hmm. Took Dave like over 200 hours, I think.
How long did he take in real? Like how many days did it take for him to beat though?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
Well, he started and then
4
took
days?
a break. He took it. Remember, he took his video game break, so he can use that as a buffer.
It's so irritating.
I've put like 25 hours into it, I think, and I'm like on the second area. I don't know how many areas there are, but like I feel like there's like a lot more than 2. I'm like level 40.
There's like at least 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah, it's nuts.
God. Yeah, that's too much.
And then I'll hit like walls where I'll fight a boss forever and be like, I don't know how I'm supposed to kill this thing. Like. No. And I don't even know if I'm like leveling my character right. Like I feel like I should be making mistakes. Like
I feel like I'm like playing the lottery when it comes to like putting stats into certain things. I'm like, I guess I'll do this a little. Click, click, click.
Yeah. And then sometimes when I beat an enemy,
here.
like if sometimes I beat an enemy, I'm like, I think I got lucky. Like,
Are you guys looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy?
yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna wait for like reviews.
I could see it being really bad.
I could see it being disappointing in the story aspect. And if that's the most, like that's the thing the game seems to be focusing on the most, I'm gonna hold off if it's a bad story. You know, I also want to look and see if like what I like. Basically, I'm just waiting for more opinions on it. It's coming out. When's it coming out?
February, I think.
Oh yeah, it got delayed.
Yeah.
Although that leaves room for I'm gonna play one game. I think this holiday season.
Wait. Let's try to guess what he's talking about.
Some like weeb crap.
It is not.
Oh.
I don't even know what.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yes, you do.
God of War.
God of War. I am so excited. I saw the trailer for that while we were bowling, and I was like, "Oh man,
Probably a hard pass for me.
shut! You're such a hater. I don't understand you.
I don't like the gameplay. It sucks.
But you played Guardians?
The gameplay's way better than Guardians of the Galaxy.
I found the gameplay in God of War like the combat to be not very fun.
Do you like know that you can parry?
I can't remember.
There you go. I feel like you don't know that you can block and parry. Do you like the axe is one of the
enemies
best
have so
weapons.
much health, like it's like such a slog.
What difficulty did you put it on?
Easier
I
setting.
think it was on normal.
Put it easier.
I think it gets better once you get like actual abilities that you can use. Did you get any of those?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I've only played the first. I played like the first 4 hours of the game. Like
that's the problem is that you're
like,
playing like the first very beginning of the game, like the introduction.
How did I like that game and you didn't like it?
I don't know.
That's
I
weird.
should like it. I
You
really should
should,
like
yeah.
it.
You really should. It's like
should.
I think it's the best PS4 game.
Oh, you must be forgetting about The Last of Us Part 2. Naughty Dog's masterpiece. 11 out of 10.
You know what? I'm willing to give that game as many chances as it takes.
Whatever it takes.
I will literally probably replay that game at least 3 or 4 more times in my life.
What?
No, I'm being serious.
Dude, no way.
That's probably what I'll play next is Last of Us
Part
Remastered.
1 and then part 2.
Yeah.
Not the remastered version, the remake though, right?
Or sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bust out my PS4 and do the remaster.
I mean, you could just bust out your PS5.
No,
like
it has to be PS4, Will.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I guess with the Hogwarts Legacy, they came out with like the official way, or one of the ways to be like sorted into houses, and you can just like do it on the Pottermore Wizarding World website.
Oh, you can link your Pottermore?
It links to, the game. So it chooses your house and your wand.
Well, I'll have to link that.
Yeah.
Dude, you be a muggle? You be a muggle in the game? You have like no abilities.
Yeah,
you can't do anything.
You take the test, you're like, you're a muggle. Sorry, you can't come to school. Well, game over.
The game
Go
won't
to work.
The game won't work on
Come
your
home.
console. Like,
Drink.
Hate life.
Man.
But yeah, I thought that'd be fun to do. I mean, I already took the test like a few years ago, so I already know what house I'm in, but I figured I'd take the test again. And
What house are you?
You probably could guess.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah. I'm a puff.
So stupid.
Flufflepuff.
What house are you, Landon?
Landon would be a Slytherin, I think.
really?
You think so?
You're pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
Well,
I took it once and I got Ravenclaw, but that was like years and years.
I took it once and I got Slytherin, actually.
Does that make you sad?
I think you'd be more Ravenclaw, actually.
Probably. I don't know.
Dave would be Slytherin.
Dave would definitely be. I don't
But
know, but
he's
Dave
lazy.
doesn't have ambition. Like,
yeah, he has no ambition. So yeah, what would Dave be?
What house is
Dave
known
would be a
for-
muggle.
Maybe. Because Dave is very smart, but yeah, like no ambition. So. Dave's gonna he can't be mad at that. Like
He has no defense.
no.
No.
I mean, he can be mad at that. I don't think he could give a rebuttal, though.
Dave's ambitious. He plays through Elden Ring.
He's hunting for those platinums.
Anyway.
So is life.
So is life. A few trailers I think are coming out today. I think today is
D23 Expo.
So a bunch of Disney stuff has been dropping. Andor released a new trailer.
I'm just
Tales of the Jedi, the new animated anthology series in the style of Clone Wars, released its trailer, and it looks like it's going to be like prequel stuff for Jedi characters. So there's like early Dooku and Qui-Gon as Master and Apprentice, which is like really cool. I think they like both of those characters you don't really know that much about.
Liam Neeson to voice him.
I don't think so.
It's probably the voice from the Clone Wars.
Well, he did voice in the Clone Wars.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then maybe. I don't know.
I guess technically he voiced for Rebels, and I think there might have been like some at one point he came back for Clone Wars, but so that Disenchanted, the Enchanted sequel from way back when. I think that movie came out in like 2007 or something.
That's crazy.
It's a good movie.
I liked it. I remember.
I think it's pretty good. What else, Will? Are you looking at a list?
Yeah, well, the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer just came out. So, and then
We're gonna go ahead and take a quick cut, real quick.
Yeah.
There's also some Marvel news.
Marvel is canceled.
Anthony Ramos confirmed to be playing the Hood in Ironheart. I don't know who the Hood is, but
Who's Anthony Ramos? No idea who that is.
I don't know. Anyway,
And I don't know who the Hood is.
The Hood. I can't.
I don't know who the Hood
Marvel
is
anymore. It takes too much energy to keep up with how much is coming out.
I don't have enough energy.
I don't.
I'm weak. I'm too weak.
Yeah.
Please, don't kill me.
Yeah, so
He must stand trial. He's too dangerous.
I don't get like because like there's all these other dead Jedi and they're like I'm like he killed all these people, man. Like
yeah.
Mace Windu should have just brought him with. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it definitely shows that he wasn't perfect.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dirtbag.
He made some mistakes.
I think he's kind of a villain if you think about it.
I would say he is.
So, the weather, it's pretty,
Pretty smoky out there.
it is smoky. It is smoky out, smoking hot, if you know what I mean.
It's not really smoking hot.
It's smoking cold.
It is cold.
It is cold. It was very cold.
Megan wanted to interject. She heard you talking about the actor,
Mm-hmm.
that Hood. He's like from Hamilton or something, some Broadway stuff.
Oh.
Oh.
In the Heights or something.
Ah.
Musical guy.
Never saw Hamilton.
I saw it.
I don't know. Hamilton seems like too basic for me, you know?
Too mainstream.
Yeah, I don't know if, like I know I like La La Land, but, like, I feel like Hamilton is just...
You're being a troublemaker.
I know.
Well,
I got nothing else I want to talk about. I'm good to wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm good too. I mean, we have so much to talk about that it's hard to stop. But
yeah.
I guess we'll try.
Yeah, I got to go install sprinklers in my yard. So.
Oh, did you decide to do it on your own?
Yeah. I've got I rototilled the entire backyard.
Oh, nice.
Cut up most of the trees in the back.
Yeah.
And then I've dug like most of the trench. And then Megan's digging some of it right now.
So you'd rather do that than spend $11,000 just to have somebody else do it for you?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
What?
Considering I'm probably like to do the sprinkler part, I'm probably gonna be like $500 to like money wise and like 2 weekends to do it versus like the sprinkler portion on like the quote was like $4,000. So I think I probably made the right decision. So.
Time will tell.
Time will tell, yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
You'll like look out in the background and you'll just have a river out there.
Yeah, be like, oh, I didn't do it right.
And then it'll be like $5,000 to fix.
Well, I'll know where all the lines are at, so in theory, I don't know. We'll see. It's just a backyard. If it doesn't look amazing, then it really can't look any worse than it has up to this point. So,
Yeah, that's true. It's a good way to look at it.
yeah. All right.
Cool. Well, on that note, we'll talk to you guys later. And hopefully Dave will join us next week.
Yeah. Bye, Dave. He's just been sitting the whole time, just looking at us.
Yep.
He's like, yeah.
It sounded like Goofy hiccuping.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, we didn't talk about the pretzel bacon pub burger.
Oh, it's back.
It's back. It's back.
I know where I'm going for lunch.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.